Hello and welcome to South Today. Coming up, 6-year-old Cohen relies on machines to keep him alive. His family fears the impact of rising electricity bills. Calls to upgrade a sewage treatment plant as harmful bacteria is found at a popular swimming spot. And how a lost cow surprised commuters in the morning rush hour. Good afternoon, I'm David Allard. Many of us are trying to cut back to save on our electricity bills, but for some people it's not that simple. 6-year-old Cohen has 2 health conditions which means that he relies on machines to live. But now rising bills could cost his mum around £3,000 a year, double what she was paying before. Gem O'Reilly went to meet them at their home in Basingstoke.
Helicopter, minibus.
Yeah, it's a helicopter. The cost of living crisis, for most people it's, oh, we just won't go on holiday this year. But for us, it's our son's life.
Cohen has DeGeorge syndrome and 15q11.2 genetic deletions. They prevent him from walking, talking and digesting food. He's thought to be the only child in the world to have both conditions.
He requires to be tube fed for 18 hours a day. We use a stair lift for him to get him upstairs because he's over 20 kg now. He has hoists in the bathroom and his bedroom. The machines that we use for Cohen keep him alive. All the machines that we use cost us more money in, electric but they are things that we need to use.
Over the last few months, Lauren's energy bills have nearly doubled, going from £140 a month to £270. She expects them to go up to more than £3,000 a year.
It makes me very nervous and what things we're going to have to miss out on to be able to afford to just live.
Scope, the disability charity, says disabled people are cutting back on medicines and assistive technology due to rising costs. In September, the government introduced a one-off £150 payment for those in receipt of disability benefits.
£150 for disabled families won't even cover my electric and gas bill, not even half of it.
In a statement, the Department for Work and Pensions said,
"We know that living with a long-term illness or disability can impact on living costs, which is why we are supporting 6 million disabled people with an extra £150 payment to help with rising prices. This is part of the £37 billion package of support, which will see 8 million low-income households receiving at least £1,200 in support this year."
You're so cheeky. I want Cohen to be able to achieve whatever he can achieve in life, but the cost of living crisis needs to change and things need to change for him to be able to do that.
Gem O'Reilly, BBC South Today, Basingstoke.
Campaigners are calling for sewage works near a popular swimming spot in the Thames to be upgraded after high levels of bacteria were found in the water. Wolvercote Mill Stream in Oxford was only the second UK river to get designated bathing water status. The Environment Agency monitored the water between May and September. The group Thames 21, who lobbied for the status, say the Cassington sewage treatment works upstream of the area needs urgent improvements.
So there's 2 bacteria, E. coli and intestinal enterococci, and they can cause stomach upsets, skin rashes at the sort of milder end, but it can be more serious cases of gastroenteritis. So it's not nice and it's not something that any swimmer or any river user should have to experience.
Well, in response, Thames Water says the sewage works are one of a number of factors affecting bacteria levels. They're waiting for more data and evidence, but say they are committed to meeting bathing water standards. Children with serious mental health needs in Dorset may be able to be cared for closer to home after plans were submitted for a new psychiatric intensive care unit. Dorset Healthcare wants to build an 8-bed inpatient unit at Almhurst Road in Bournemouth. A previous bid for the facility was rejected, but it's hoped a new design will address local concerns. Edward Salt reports.
When I was a teenager, I was struggling with an eating disorder and self-harm. I know that my school were quite concerned about my suicidal thoughts.
Chloe was treated in a psychiatric intensive care unit, but that wasn't in Dorset, but in Colchester in Essex.
I just felt isolated and like I was on my own because I had no one around me.
I couldn't give her all the support that she needed. To have your daughter so many miles away, crying on the phone, "Mum, I need you, I need to see you, when are you coming to see me, I need to go out." It was soul destroying.
Now there are plans to knock this and another building down to make way for this, meaning young people like Chloe can be treated closer to home.
We are hoping to build an 8-bedded psychiatric intensive care unit for children and young people. At the moment, if young people have this kind of condition, they're having to go miles and miles out of area, as far away as Manchester, but on average it's about 91 miles away that they'd be accessing this inpatient care. So for us it will mean that actually people can get the care locally where they need it, close to family and friends.
And Naomi knows how important that is. She was admitted under the Children's and Adolescent Mental Health Service in Dorset, but fortunately her treatment meant she didn't need to travel away.
I felt really, really lucky because it was so close to home. It was only half an hour away for my family to drive to come and see me. My friends could come and see me, and it meant that I was able to remember my reasons to keep fighting and who I was keeping going for.
These proposals will now go before BCP Council for a second time. If given the green light, this unit could be fully up and running by autumn 2025. Edward Salt, BBC South Today in Bournemouth.
Now, Tourette's syndrome is a condition which causes involuntary movements and sounds called tics. Children who have it can find it difficult to take part in ordinary activities. The Hampshire-based charity Tourette's Action has received funding from BBC Children in Need to organise special getaway weekends, where teenagers with Tourette's can spend time together, relaxing and making friends in a safe environment. And we'll be meeting them on South Today at 6:30. Traffic was stopped in its tracks this morning by a cow strolling down a bypass in Totton, close to Southampton. Hampshire Police received a number of calls reporting sightings of 2 cows in the town. One was walking the wrong way down a dual carriageway. After around an hour, the police and a farmer were able to contain the cattle. Alexis joins me now. That's your way into work. Did you meet them?
I didn't know. I was on the bike, so if I would have helped round them up if I'd seen them. But yes, no, I didn't sadly meet them. We've had quite a lot of rain this morning, hence a lot of surface water on the roads. Showers will follow this afternoon. They could potentially be heavy and also thundery, interspersed by some bright and sunny spells, but also that brisk south to southwesterly wind. So through the course of this afternoon, there will be some sunshine, scattered showers as well, and a high of 11 to 13 degrees. Further showers can be expected tonight, very like today. They could be heavy and also thundery. There will be a few clear spells, and so for northern parts we could see lows of 5 or 6 degrees, so slightly cooler than last night, but that rash of showers affecting many places. As we head through the day tomorrow, we'll have showers initially, then there will be a drier spell of weather. Still some showers dotted about before further rain starts to push in tomorrow evening, and there is a Met Office warning for that. Temperatures tomorrow will peak around 11 to 13 degrees. So here's the Met Office warning for that rain band moving through tomorrow evening, 5 o'clock tomorrow evening until 6 o'clock on Thursday morning. That warning's in force. Elsewhere, the ground is still very saturated, so we could still see localised flooding almost anywhere. But in that warning area, some quite heavy torrential rain is expected. A lot drier through the course of Thursday. Low pressure pulls northwards. We'll see some sunny spells during the course of the day. There will be a brisk breeze blowing, and there could be the odd stray shower, more likely along southern coastal stretches, even with the odd rumble of thunder. It's a lot drier through Friday. The winds will be lighter. There will be some sunshine, maybe the odd isolated shower, and dry to start the weekend. David.
Thanks very much, Alexis. That is it from us. Sally is here with South Today at 6:30. But for the lunchtime team, have a good afternoon. Bye-bye.